What would you do if you woke up the only person in the world? Peek around in all my neighbors and co-workers' homes to see what's what. There it is. I always thought she was freaky. I would take a road trip around the world. I would tell that person they are no longer the only person in the world, since I'm there. Simple. I'd ask Reddit. I'd probably have a psychotic breakdown. Just because I am the dumbest does not mean I would make such a dumb assumption. Either way, I would travel the world looking for other people, since I would surely think that I cannot be the only one left. Though, that's after I calm down from a huge psychotic breakdown, since most of the population to my knowledge disappeared. Stress out over who is going to feed all the cats. I'd commandeer a yacht, sail to the nearest tropical paradise, and finally read all those books I never got around to, while probably talking to volleyballs like Tom Hanks in Castaway. Go back to sleep. I would probably become very depressed and lonely fairly quickly. I'd probably wonder if other people had ever existed or if they were simply a figment of my imagination. I would wonder if the entire universe is simply a projection of the only consciousness in existence, mine. In short, I'd probably become delusional and begin to wonder if I was God himself. I would have to confirm somehow that I'm the only person in the world, and that might take some time. Probably would try the internet, maybe dial some phone numbers abroad, etc. So I'd probably just set up as many communication methods as possible just in case there happens to be anyone else out there. Oh, but first I'd go bust into one of my neighbor's houses who has solar panels and make that my home base. Find a second pair of glasses before I stacked books on the library steps. I actually had a dream as a kid with this exact scenario. I woke up, no one was in the house. Which was odd, the front door was wide open. I called for my family members but nothing. I went outside. It was quiet, like deep in the night, but on a sunny bright day. Shortly after stepping outside and realizing there is no one around, I walked around town to look for people. Went down the street, walked a few hundred meters to next marketplace. Still nothing. There is a church right beside the market. Somehow I got the feeling to look inside. Went to the door and tried opening it. Then I woke up. Grinning face with sweat. Today. Probably be pretty bored and try to break into stores to get some cool stuff to fill my time. Beaming face with smiling eyes. Drive any car, eat everything from each store and visit the world. After my initial panic attack subsides, I would find a nice place to settle down with abundant resources and good structural integrity before all the remaining accessible gasoline goes bad. After that, I'd work on acquiring/maintaining any electricity generating devices that don't require gasoline and start crank charging my new Tesla for most of my remaining days. Read my books. Hopefully, I don't break my glasses. Everything in the comments plus wander naked. Phase 1, look for other people. Phase 2, starting a few days in at most, go into survival mode as critical infrastructure shuts down. Establish a base of operations, begin hoarding rations, clean water, various equipment, and guns because I still don't know what's going on or who's still around. Keep looking for people. Phase 3, get injured, sick, attacked by a wild dog, etc., and die because there are no doctors left. This may happen at any time from the beginning of Phase 1 to 20 years in. Until then, keep looking for people, and do silly shit to stay sane. Give it a day or two. Once I am certain or feel certain that I am the last person on Earth, I'd probably kill myself. No people. If there's dog and cat, I will be fine. Drive to NASA, have the women on the space station come back to Earth, go from there. Raid the pharmacies and get fucked up. My luck, by the time that happens my boss will be AI and I'd still have to go to work. I would spend my life like a rich person. I'd raid every fancy grocery store, whip up a gourmet feast, and dine in the penthouse suite of a luxury hotel because if I'm the only one left, I'm living it up Home Alone style. First, I'd finally get to skip the line at the coffee shop, but then I'd probably start an intense game of hide and seek with myself to stave off the existential crisis. Probably have fun for a few weeks then check out. Probably kill myself. Without someone to make my thyroid med, I'm going to die very slowly and painfully. Try to rescue all of the pets I could and have a really hard time dealing with that. Then die shortly later of preventable illness I need prescriptions for. Make the best of it? Depends on if animals were still here. If they are, it'll be just fine. Probably jerk off and then kill myself. Area 51 bout to be explored. I will go back to sleep. Apologize for waking him. I would go to a Ferrari dealership and well, you know. Go to the nearest beach and eat my favorite food with my dog. Off myself mourning my wife. Steal shit and eat stuff. Find a mannequin, name it Dolores, and take it everywhere with me.